Aircraft, we'll see two come out right now. Now, earlier today, as you saw the Golden Knights come out of the airplane, they had parachutes that were somewhere in the neighborhood of, maybe 265 to 285 square feet, depending on the weight of the jumper. These parachutes are much smaller and as a result are way faster. You see the smoke coming from the airplane in just a few seconds. Okay, we got two jumpers away right now. Let's watch them as they free fall and accelerate to that incredible speed of about 120 miles per hour. Flying their bodies with a special wingsuit. They are kind of like Rocky the Flying Squirrel, with panels between the body and their arms that allow them to get very, very maneuverable and get great distances, steering themselves, honest to goodness, just like a flying squirrel would. Deploy their canopies. We got one canopy out behind the crowd. The size of the canopy will determine the forward speed of the parachute and skydiver once he or she is under canopy. These are somewhere in the neighborhood of half the size, maybe even less than half the size of the parachute. Watching the skydivers as they come down. Take a look at these guys, the Red Bull Air Force skydivers. They are a group of top-level air sports athletes, including the Red Bull Air Force's skydiving, base jumping, paragliding, speed flying, hang gliding, and ultralights. The team performs at over 50 air shows and other shows across the globe each year. And when they're not performing at demonstrations, they're busy training and coming up with new ways to progress their sport. The team is currently involved in filming a high-action 3D filtered feature film called Human Flight 3D. Watch the speed. Give them up. Make some noise, New York. Watch them as they come into land. Yeah, baby. Ha-ha. First two jumpers on the ground. Let's hear it, New York. Yeah, baby. Across the shoreline. Now, they didn't jump out right over the target, over the drop zone, because they've got some winds that'll push them back. Okay, one jumper away. Kirby's still up there. And that first jumper has already opened the parachute. A high altitude, high opening. The second jumper now opened his canopy as well. With a forward speed of somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 miles an hour, the guys on the ground, you can see the wingsuits that they're working with. Here they come. Watch them as they spiral down. Now that would make you and me puke, ladies and gentlemen. That is pretty dizzying. Swinging around like that. Been there, done that, got plenty woozy. And I tell you what, they are whipping around with an incredible roll rate. Size of these parachutes in square feet, what, about 125 square feet, guys? 100 square feet, 85 square feet, 85 square feet, and that equates to about 60 miles an hour forward speed. They steer their parachutes just like the Wright brothers did over 100 years ago by warping the wing or changing the shape of the canopy. To turn left, pulling on the left steering line. To turn right, pulling on the right steering line. Oh boy. Watch them pull on both lines right there. A beautiful run-on landing. The extreme Red Bull Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for some of the finest skydivers in the world, the Red Bull Air Force. Now, I want you to look right in front of you because we've got a guy that, wait a minute, what's going on here? He just rolled that helicopter upside down. Kirby Chambliss just came in too. We got to find out what is going on here. Hey, Chuck Aaron, what are you doing, buddy?
Hey, Rob, I'm just trying to hang on to this thing.
What do you got, a cold? You sneezing or something or what?
Yeah, I did. I had a little bit of a cold right now. I think I'm having a seizure or something.
Well, I tell you what. While you got the helicopter going, I'll tell the folks a little bit about you, and go ahead and make this thing work, all right? He is the only North American helicopter pilot who is certified to fly aerobatics in a helicopter. And this is not your normal helicopter. It is definitely not, because Chuck Aaron has personally modified this helicopter all by himself, changing the center of gravity and doing other modifications, including a smoke system. But the modifications enable him to actually do things that no other civilian helicopter in the world has ever been able to do. He can roll it, he can loop it, he can do hammerheads like he's doing right now. He'll push the cyclic forward and head straight down toward the ground. Now watch him roll it a half a turn. This is a Wantagh B105 helicopter. Many models similar to this are used as air ambulance helicopters. But one of the things that makes this helicopter able to do a loop, like you see right there, and there's no optical illusion, it is a for real loop, ladies and gentlemen, is a solid titanium rigid rotor head. But you don't try this at home, because Chuck Aaron, with his over 18,000 hours of time, so built a number of other helicopters. He knows them inside out. Igor Sikorsky, the father of the modern helicopter, overcame incredible aerodynamic and physics problems to make rotary winged flight possible. And a lot of that research took place right here on Long Island. Now, let's go live to the cockpit one more time and say hi to Chuck Aaron. Let's see if we can get over the top of this one right here. As he rolls it over, we'll grab him. Hey, Chuck, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, man, doing great. I did a lot of crowds down there today.
We have a record crowd. As a matter of fact, they're just about at capacity. Now, as you come over the top of this loop, I'm not going to ask you to talk till you get around there. But when is the first time you went aerobatic in a helicopter?
Just about a couple hours ago now.
You liar.
All right, about 5 years ago, the first time I did it.
Now, you must have been scared because helicopters have too many things that can go wrong when you're going aerobatic, right?
That is for sure. We specially built this just for the sport. So this is just for you guys down here on the beach, and hope you have a good time with this. And watch this. I'm going to do a backflip.
All right, watch the backflip. Right over. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of Chuck? Now, I'm going to hold your applause. Now, I'm going to pipe this up to him. Hey, Chuck, listen to the people applaud for you. Let's hear it for Chuck Aaron. You got that, buddy?
I heard that. That's great. Thank you very much.
Hey, you've got quite a history flying helicopters. Well, what do you do with those helicopters now?
Well, I used them for the movies, and one of them's in a museum, and one went overseas, and is in a museum over in Europe.
Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Aaron is the son of an Air Force colonel, and you lived, Chuck, over at Langley Air Force Base, and I guess you had some very unique friends back in those days, didn't you?
I did. I had my seven next door neighbors were the 7 original astronauts.
John Glenn, Alan Shepard, Gordon Cooper, and Wally Schirra, and all the rest. That's pretty cool, bud.
I had a great childhood growing up. My dad was my hero. He was a pilot. He was a barnstormer, and right up through World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam.
That's tremendous stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, can you believe what he's doing? Let's give it up once again for Chuck Aaron in the Red Bull helicopter. Boy, oh boy, Chuck, I'm watching you roll this thing, and I'm just absolutely amazed at what you can do. And let me tell you one more thing about Chuck Aaron, ladies and gentlemen. He has only been in the airshow business 3 years, but this past December, he won the highest award a performer can win in the airshow business, the coveted Art Show Memorial Showmanship Award. Congratulations, Chuck.
Thank you. It was a real super honor for me to win that.
Man, that would be so much fun. I'd have to be careful. I'd probably want to throw up. There you go. I do have a little problem with motion sickness, so that's the sort of thing that would make me way, way woozy. But I'd still do it, even if I did throw up. Not going to keep me out of that thing. Chuck, I will take you up on that ride.
All right, you got to do it.
What was that?
All right, let's see if I can get this thing ready for one more backflip.
All right, now he's got both hands and feet busy. Look at that! Can you believe that? A quick backflip. Chuck Aaron, you are amazing. Boy, you are incredible. You're gonna come down in front of the crowd?
Yes, sir, I'm all done. I'm gonna come on around.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the coveted Airshow Memorial Showmanship Award, the only person in the United States certified to fly aerobatics in a helicopter. Give him a wave. It's Chuck Aaron in the Red Bull Helicopter. Off he goes right now, ladies and gentlemen, and coming up next.
Okay, wait, hold on. Touchdown.
He's going to head on out. Thank you, Chuck. We'll see you, buddy.